I am live. I am standing in San Francisco on Lombard Street. And I climbed up here because I needed to exercise. And it's like climbing a damn mountain, right? Look at me. I look tired, huh? No makeup, no nothing. Just walked up here. So I'm about to walk back down. Um, I wanted to take you guys with me. So, those of you that don't know, I drive a paratransit vehicle for disabled people. And so I'm spending a lot of time in my car. And when I'm not driving my paratransit vehicle for disabled people, I'm driving a public transit bus. Now, I'm walking because I needed the exercise because when you drive a lot, you kind of get fat. And I didn't want to get fat. It's almost 8 a.m. here in San Francisco, and I have been driving since 5. Okay, I get up every morning, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then I have a second job that is 2 p.m. to 8. All right, so around I was doing some self-evaluation. And those of you that know me, you know I do self-evaluation all the time. Uh, Last night I was having a chit-chat with my mother, and we were talking about daddy issues. And those of you who have been my subscribers for a while, um, you know that I've kind of been, I don't know, weird in regards to relationships. And whew, this is a long walk. I walked up here. I got a lot of energy in the morning. I think I have a lot of energy because I'm just driving all of the time. And I don't want to gain any more weight than the weight that I've gained during my pregnancy. So anyway, I'm walking back down Lombard Street. And as you can see, black women do work out because a lot of people think black women don't work out. And as I was going down Lombard Street, you saw another woman who happened to be African American, and she was getting her exercise on. So when I told you guys that people in San Francisco exercise, they try to stay healthy. Okay? So anyway, as I'm exercising, just want you guys to see me. So me and my mother were talking about my relationship issues, and of course my son's father. I received a notice from the Child Support Services office that my son's father moved out of the state of Georgia into another state. And so this led me and my mom to have conversations about parenting, okay, and how I was going to raise Justin, Priest, and I being in 2 separate states. I'm in California. Priest is no longer in Georgia, according to the Child Support Services place. And I'm not going to tell you guys what state he's in. He's just not in Georgia anymore. And my mother was upset at first. She was like, he's just going to skip town? I was like, Ma, they have the man's social security number. He can't hide. Like, if he decides to get a job or a place or anything like that, wherever he is, he can't hide from child support. They're like Big Brother, okay? We're talking about the government here. They're doing construction right here. I gotta cross the street. Okay, so um, we were talking about justice and me raising him by myself. Isn't this a beautiful place? It's a beautiful place. See, it's like you guys can't see it as good as I see it, but it's beautiful. I just climbed down this. This is where I was walking down. People come here all the time to see this place because it's popular. It's a popular tourist spot for people. And so anyway, excuse me. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so we were talking about my son and me raising my son by myself. And I was washing my clothes and I had my underwear in my hand. And forgive me for being, I don't know, a little bit more transparent about my childhood story I never shared. Because I share stories on YouTube about myself all the time, but I haven't shared this story. I got winter burn. From like it being cold. I got. So anyway, um, I was washing my clothes, talking to my mom at the same time, and we were having a discussion about my childhood and my stepfather. Everybody knows I have a father figure, but oh shit, I locked myself. I had a stepfather, and why is this thing doing this? Thank you. So anyway, I'm getting back in my transit vehicle. Ugh. Oh, okay, so yeah, like I told you guys, I do transit for handicap people, disabled people. I don't really like to use the term handicap, but here's the vehicle. You put that seat up right there, you put the wheelchair in, it's a ramp right there. So anyway, I'm gonna share this story and then I'm gonna go back to driving. So I was talking to my mom and I was gathering my clothes together. I was washing my clothes and I had my underwear in my hand. And usually I'm the type of person, for some reason, I have like obsessive compulsive disorder. And I've shared that with you guys before. And usually I don't keep underwear. And I throw them in the trash. Like I'll wear them twice maybe and throw them in the trash. And so when I was a teenager, and women, you know this, when we come onto our cycle, it could affect our um, underwear in a negative way. And if we're wearing the wrong sanitary napkin or the wrong tampon or something like that. So I'm talking to my mother about that. Okay. Now I don't want to get in detail just in case men are listening, but as a woman, um, let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Hold on. Hold on. Is it gonna show you? Okay, yeah. Can't really see, but it's so foggy you can't see. But I'm looking, like you can see down the hill, but if you look way in the back, that's Alcatraz right there. Like you can't see it from here. You might be able to see it a little. Now you can't see it. It's way in the back. Like it's Alcatraz right there. So I wish you guys could see it. Maybe I can move up. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna make this quick because I'm gonna get back to work. So I had my underwear and I was saying to my mom, I want to throw these underwear out. And we were just talking about, younger when I was a teenager, she used to tell me to put peroxide on my underwear if they somehow got soiled because of my cycle. I, women, we know that if you, come on your cycle, your period, and it messes up your underwear, you can, hold on, you can put peroxide on your, get the blood out. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to pull it together. Trying to pull it together. Pull it together. Alright, so let me not hit the Mexican dude. Mexican dude trying to walk. Okay. Alright. So let me show y'all where I'm driving. Y'all can hear my voice and see where I'm going. So we started talking about vaginas in general. And I was telling her that I didn't understand how when I was younger, she couldn't tell that I, molested by my stepfather. Because when I was younger, she used to have to look at my bottom as a 6, 7, 8-year-old girl, for years she had to continuously look at my vagina, and it would be sore and scratchy, and nothing in her told her to take me to the doctors for like a gynecologist. She was thinking that the reason that there was something wrong with my vagina was because of something that may have to do with my bladder, because I was having like digestive issues. And so she was thinking all of that time that the reason why my vagina would bleed and be red and itchy and stuff when I was a kid, 6 years old. Then it was happening when I was 7 years old. And then 8 years old. And I don't know why my mother didn't think that something was wrong, like I was being molested. So I asked her, I said, well, why would you automatically just think to take me to a doctor? Something must be really wrong outside of, like the regular everyday thing for a little girl. And she just kept saying, well, I just thought something with your bladder, like you had a bladder infection or something. I didn't know that you were being, molested. It wasn't even something that was in my mind. And what made me think about it this morning, because I did say that we were having a conversation yesterday. What made me think about it this morning was I was on Facebook and I saw a girl. She had posted, what was some of the stereotypes about black women that as a man you could say were absolutely true from what you experienced. So all of these men started coming in the comment section and they were talking about all of the characteristics that black women have that are negative to them. And people were saying black women have a nasty attitude, black women don't want to be led, black women have daddy issues, black women have all of these, things. Black women wear makeup, black women wear weave, black women, just all of these negative things. And it was black women coming into the comment section just disappointed to see so many negative things and not a lot of positive things being spoken about us. And it made a lot of black women sad. And I want a lot of people to understand that black women are being treated poorly and misled and having to be the backbones of their own families because they were left abandoned and all types of stuff. And you have to understand that that type of stuff is difficult to deal with grand scheme of things. Like a lot of women aren't taking the time to go support and improve their mental health. So a lot of black women aren't going to counseling, and a lot of black men aren't either. A lot of black men are egotistical and arrogant, very cruel, promiscuous. They have a lot of negative traits, and they are poor leaders of the community. So a lot of black women are lost because they weren't led, to begin with. They weren't led by a proper family. Some of them grew up in a single parent home. Some of them grew up in a home where, like me, I was being molested. A lot of negative things, are happening in the Black community, and Black men are usually the cause of this. But Black men will not take responsibility for that. They don't take accountability for that. And I've said this before, a lot of Black men want to be treated like kings, like they're leaders, but when it comes time for them to take responsibility for the negative things that are happening inside of the community in regards to Black women, they don't want to do that. They just want to, leave the women who are damaged and may have experienced a whole bunch of things. They want to just dismiss these women altogether out of the community. Women who have been through a whole lot of things, whether they are promiscuous, whether they have been in domestic violence, whether they have been molested, or maybe they partake in substance abuse, whatever the case is, whatever negative traits that Black women have, it doesn't mean that they should be shunned from the community and no longer taken care of. And a lot of Black men feel like women who do have negative traits should no longer be nurtured or taken care of because, you know, we don't want to be led or we don't want to be taken care of. And as a damaged woman myself, because of some of the stuff I've experienced, I'm here to tell you guys that women who go through things, whatever type of flaw we have, we still want to be taught better. We want to improve. We want to still be nurtured and loved and understood. No person, whether you're male or female and damaged, wants to be hurt more. We don't want to be injured. So if you're verbally abusing a woman by calling her out her name, or if you're physically abusing a woman, or even if you're going around and you're saying, well, these hoes, I'm just going to fuck these hoes, and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, that's still you doing something detrimental to the community, even though, these women may not know a better way to live. Some women are just misguided in that way. So you have to have a level of empathy and compassion for our community in general, and a lot of Black men do not have that. I do want to express concern and shed some light on the fact that Black men feel uncomfortable with the idea of Black women wearing makeup and hair and weave and stuff like that. But white women, Puerto Rican women, all types of women wear makeup and weave. I think people think that Black women are the only women that do that. No, Black women will, like I said before, we're high maintenance women. Like, think about if you had a BMW or a Benz. Think about the maintenance on that vehicle. That vehicle would cost way too much money just to get a random oil change. Okay, Black women are the same way. We are expensive to maintain. So when I tell people maintenance and they chuckle as if, oh no, Black women have nappy hair, ugly skin, Black women are dirty, Black women are promiscuous, Black women are all of these negative things, there's no possible way they could be high maintenance. No, it takes a lot for us to take care of ourselves. We have to exercise more. We have to learn more about how to take care of our hair and our body. Women of other races, because it's mostly society exalts these women and teaches these women how to take care of themselves. They've always had hair care products, and they've always been taught to, maintain their physical appearance, and it's a lot easier for them to maintain their physical appearance. It doesn't take a lot for a white woman to straighten her hair or organize her hair. I mean, their stuff gets nappy too, but they're very low maintenance women. They're very low maintenance women, most of them. Now, in regards to Black women having an attitude problem, there are women out there who are Indian, Russian, who are much tougher on their men than Black women could ever be. I mean, from what I understand, Puerto Rican women are a lot crazier than Black women. But I think that people allow shenanigans of these women because they feel like these women are more beautiful, or these women, I don't know. I don't know why they take so much pride in other women doing the negative behaviors that Black women have participated in, as well. Um, I do feel like everyone has a negative perspective of reality at some point. And sometimes people deal with things negatively, like some of us may respond negatively to certain things and live certain ways that other people don't agree with. And we just got to start learning how to accept each other's flaws and, just improve. You know what I mean? There's so much more I want to say about this topic, and I sure enough will another day and time. But um, when my mother and I was talking yesterday, and I asked her, why didn't you just assume that I was being molested, you know, because of what you had to do? I mean, you saw my vagina yourself, you saw it. It was not, it wasn't the type of vagina a 6-year-old girl is supposed to have. And as my mother, you should have you should have automatically known that something has got to be wrong. I see why she thought it could be a something to do with my bladder, but at the same time, it's like, why not question it more? And she said, I just wasn't thinking that way. I was younger. I didn't, know a lot. And I feel like a lot of the women who may have made mistakes in their mothering or their parenting, sometimes it's because they just don't know. They just don't know. And everyone learns their lesson at different day and age. Everyone learns their lesson at different times and places. And look at that boat. Can you see that boat? That boat. I'm supposed to be up on that bridge. I'm about to go cross this bridge, this big bridge. You can't really see it because of the fog. The fog is so thick this morning. I don't plan on ever being in a relationship ever again because of my situation with my son's father. I do want to teach my son how to be more respectful towards women and have a little bit more empathy and compassion for women who may have experienced some negative things happening in their lives. I do want to, reassure, like I said, reassure people that, Black women do want to be led. We are beautiful women. Um, Most of us are nice and very, very kind, but we've been taken advantage of. So initially, we got to have a tough exterior. I know for me, anytime I've been kind and feminine, I've been chastised or considered weak and stomped on and lied to and mistreated and taken advantage of simply because I was kind and understanding and nice and sweet, so anyway, I hope you guys like my little tour of San Francisco because I try not to show anyone where I am. I try to keep that very, very private, where I live and what I'm doing, because I'm trying to raise my son in a very, very private manner. So I don't really show people what I'm doing. I don't post him as much as I uh, was going to previously. I decided that I just wanted him to have a different kind of life in a different situation, and whenever he's ready to, do whatever he wants to do with his life, he can, when he wants to, if he wants to get into acting and entertainment and stuff like that, he can tell me, mommy, I want to do these things. Right now, my son is very, very good at catching and throwing. He's 7 months old. Um, and all I keep thinking about is being an amazing mother and, making sure that he lives a lifestyle that's better than his father has lived, and better than the life I've lived. And my oldest daughter has had an amazing life. So I'm just trying to do better than I did the first time. My daughter has turned out to be extremely amazing. She graduates this year, not this year, but 2019. This is her senior year in high school. And so my daughter is an amazing woman. She's an amazing young lady. It's just appealing to see her grow and do better. I love her very much. My son, though, he is like, just, I don't know, he's very um like smart. He likes math already. 7 months old. He likes math and numbers. And he can throw, he can catch. He's very smart, very intuitive. Um, just a good kid. He's a good kid already, and I can't wait. I don't know if him and Priest will ever meet each other. I did ask for supervised visitation. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I definitely don't want to go to court to see Priest. When Priest does see justice, it will be supervised visitation. You know, it'll be because a caseworker is there. Um, I won't allow Priest to take justice anywhere without me being present or a caseworker being present until justice is old enough to fend for himself. As a baby, I take no interest in leaving my son with his father, and that's a shame that I have to feel that way because I've never felt that way about a man. You know, like I've had decent relationships with men, and I've had relationships with men that were terrible. And the relationships with men that I had that were terrible, I literally have stayed away from these men, but usually 9 times out of 10, I still stay friends with guys that I never was in a. I mean, if our relationship ended, I tend to still be their friend. And in this situation, I will never be friends with Priest, ever. I will never forgive him in that way to where I feel comfortable enough to be around him and to completely trust him with justice. That there will never be a day and age I will do that, and I will never put anything past him because he is definitely something's not right with him mentally as far as I'm concerned. Um, if in the event um, I'm required to have to see him, I hope I'm not because I do want to do a sign a document that says I don't want to go to court. I'm not interested in going to court at all. See how that goes. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning into my live stream. If you guys like, I'm putting up new content, and you guys know when I put up new content, it actually takes time for me to edit this stuff. I put a lot of work into my edited content and my graphics and all types of stuff. So if you want to donate to me because of that, I appreciate that. Just to uplift my channel, I do want to continue to pour money into my channel and also help Justice's channel grow. We're trying to do product reviews on his channel, so um, it won't be a vlog, family vlog channel. It was initially going to be that, and then I just said, you know what? I think people don't deserve to see that part of my life. Like people who did donate to me, they got a chance to see justice because I felt like they donated to me during my pregnancy and to help me move to California. And as you can see, this is a beautiful place. Every day I wake up and I am grateful. I'm happy that you guys, sent me the money that I needed in order to move here. I really appreciate that. Um, this is just amazing, and to wake up every morning and come outside and see something this beautiful every morning is a blessing. This is a beautiful place. It's just gorgeous. Um, Please donate to me. It's hashtag, not hashtag. Why do I always say hashtag? It's $revenue DM. It's around Christmas time. I didn't get Justice anything for Christmas. All we are doing is my daughter's coming on Saturday to visit from Atlanta, and she'll be here until like January 5th. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things. Um, but for the most part, I've been trying to live below my means because, like I told you guys before, I'm trying to rebuild my life back up. Um, are those trolleys? Look at the, not trolleys, but look at the streetcars. Can you see the streetcars up there on the left? Um, yeah, people usually take those streetcars. Um, I really need donations. I really do. I'm not just saying this to just be telling you that, but I'm like I said, I'm trying to rebuild my life, so I really need donations really bad. Trying to move because I don't want to live in the city of San Francisco. I don't want to live in the Bay Area. I want to move to a suburban area before Justice gets old enough to look at his surroundings and see where he is. Like this is an expensive place to live, right? Of course, I've told you guys. So I want to move out to like closer towards the desert. I told you guys that um, there are some cheaper places to live. They're not in the Bay Area, but they're cheaper places to live, and so I want to move to those places. Um, Thank you, everybody, like I said, for tuning in. And I'll see you next time. Bye.